and stretch you when we face one-on-one.
Is that the case? You think so, right? How about this? How about I challenge you to a match at WrestleMania in front of 90,000 people? Wait, can you handle that? Because you probably only wrestled for like 10 people at like maybe your local 7-Eleven. Let's see how you can. Let's see how you're gonna face me. Let's see in front of
Time,
90,000.
time, 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 time. All right, not bad, not bad to start. Right from the bat, right off the bat, Sean. So your first round, it was fine, right? You guys only went about 2 minutes and 45 seconds total, so that was great timing. Um, your eyes and facial expressions, they totally need work, and I thought that maybe it was going to lack the entire promo. You bounced it to Hellman. Hellman bounced it back to you. Now, second round, your eyes and your facial expressions are a 180. Like that's totally how I want to see your eyes and your facial. You actually felt it, right? He said something to you. It made you feel something, and you came back with better energy, better facial expressions, and better eyes, right? You started off very very dry. We have to learn to get that ability to be able to turn it on at a moment's notice, no matter what, whether we're first, whether we're last, so to watch people let us get hyped up. But if we're first, there's no one to watch you get hyped up, so you just gotta be able to turn it on. You did turn it on that second round, so I really thought that was an incredible improvement because I thought maybe the entire promo was gonna lack that. Um, Hellman, you, on the other hand, right from the go, you had great facial expressions, great eyes, great tone in your voice. I thought it was really good. You seemed very confident in what you were saying. And then I thought that you actually, your first round was good. Your second round actually was a lot better. And I think it was the same thing. You guys started bouncing off of each other, feeding each other, and listen to what someone is saying about you. Um, Jose Alberto, what did you think?
Well, for Sean, when you started, yeah, you didn't say your name, and wasn't really clear of what your character was, with which you could have fallen back on if you didn't know what to say. On the second round, you were saying that you're not this, you're not that, like you're not like you're just a wrestler, and you were going on saying like you're a warrior or something, and I wasn't like really feeling that, and like your facial expressions weren't there, and it kind of felt more like an interview, and I didn't know you wanted to wrestle him until you said I want to wrestle you at WrestleMania. So try to get your point across, because you were like you didn't really. I feel like you didn't really like build him up for a match. You were just saying you were just talking down on him. So just try to remember to tell a story of why you want to like face him. As for Hellman, like way better than like on like Monday, like when you were doing promos, you seemed lost, but now you're more like in tuned, and I know who you are. I know like what the point of the promo was, and you just seem like to have an answer for everything. So this round, it was today was better for you. So
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think that's a great point that Hyde makes is create that backstory for your character and your promo. It's really going to help you and add depth to not only your character, your personality, but also to the promo itself. And then it helps you and it guides you along, right? We go back to thinking the psychology rules. What if this is my character and this is my backstory? What would my character say? What would my character not say? How would my character act? And this really starts answering those questions, kind of like when we talked about the match breakdown in the beginning. You know, what's the finish? We'll answer a lot of questions in that match to help you out. And same thing for your backstory. So if you don't have it, start thinking about that backstory. And then also, I remember Kristen, I think is in this class that she put the questionnaire for personality and stuff like that. I think it was 100 questions. So if you don't have that, I'll bring that back into play so you guys can do that to really help your character out. I thought on this one, I thought that that Hellman Rosecrown would be the winner on this one. What did you think, Hyde?
yeah, for this round, yes, Hellman.
Okay. All right. So we're going to have it. Let me write it down here. Hellman's going to go on to the next round. He'll actually face the winner of Joe and Kristen, or excuse me, Aunt Heidi. So are you two ready? And we'll actually go to the next round and get ready for this one. I got Aunt Heidi ready. Any preference on who wants to start? Who do you want to start, Heidi? Or excuse me, Jose
Chris-
Alberto.
Kristen. I mean, Auntie Heidi.
Yes, Auntie Heidi. All right. Auntie Heidi will start. I'll go ahead and count you down. And then you'll throw it back to Joe. All right, here we go. Auntie Heidi in 3, 2.
Hello, the NL. You intrigue me. You come into this world of violence, even though it appears I can easily knock you from your chair. But that means, wait a minute. Oh, yes. Oh, your eyes. They seem to give off the sense of an advanced intellect, and you seem to carry a fire that burns brighter than the very hells themselves. But you also might have an edge that you're keeping secret. Oh, you can tell your dear old Auntie Heidi. Tell me, what are you hiding? Because I'm not going to show you any mercy once this fight starts.
Oh, look at Eddie Heidi. That's a nice get up you got there. That cane, I'll get to that in a minute. But let me just start off by saying, I ain't your nephew and I ain't your kin. All right, so having cerebral palsy, I've stared death in the face. So I'm not really intimidated by some third-rate chimney sweep. So I gotta say, you can't put me over because I wear a seatbelt. And but if you insist on your asinine chicanery, I'm gonna give you a reason to use that cane when you find yourself hobbled.
Oh, that's a very, very sharp tongue of yours, little one. Oh, I was going to show you mercy, but now I think we're going to go forth full strength ahead. Oh, you better be ready, you know, because I'm going to show you what real horror is, and I'm going to make you eat that chimney sweep words of yours.
You know, I'm not surprised somebody with your accent is mispronouncing my name, my proud Irish name, Urel, as it were. Norman, you know, the people that subjugated your people. But anyhow, I don't expect a lowly chimney sweep to be literate in history because you probably can't read with all the chimney dust in your eyes.
I'm going to make you chuckle. Oh, I'm going to beat you black and blue, darker than the soot from those bloody chimneys. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you down now.
Euro.
Time. Joe, did she make you smile at the end, man? I think you dropped character, man. You were like, this say my name wrong. This chick. Tell me, did you drop character at the end?
No, well, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit,
yeah,
okay. I saw it in the face, right? Like I saw it in the face where you, right? It's like I was gonna say, I think you're smiling too much, and at the end, it was just a huge smile, a huge Joe smile. We gotta stay in character until the very, right? We gotta stay in character till the end, until like even, right? We're going to our car at the end of the show, and there's nobody there, but maybe one person's watching you from far. That's right. That's kayfabe. Like staying into character until the end. Um, I thought let's start with Joe then. I thought when you started off, you're right. She threw it to you to start. I think I don't know. She kind of got you a little flustered in the beginning because the second round when you came back, you were really wit and on it. And I thought you did a lot better job that second round when you were really with it. The only thing I was thinking was that I think you were enjoying the battle because you were smiling through most of the promo, especially at the end. You had this huge smile, right? We have to stay in character. What are we selling? Selling it, right? Even taking it a step further, what they say, and I don't know if anyone else heard it, but Aunt Heidi was actually doing this when you were speaking, Joe. She was reacting. Oh, she said, oh. You know what I mean? That's the reactions we should have, right? And remember, wrestling is bigger than life. So instead of liking what they're saying and smiling with it, stay in that character and react. Oh my, like so, like what are you saying? Talking about me, you know what I mean? So I think I would rather you have that reaction, because you never right, and especially in wrestling and today, the camera is always on you. So we're always looking at your face. So even though you are not talking, I'm looking at you and so I'm watching you break character. So that's gonna be my biggest thing, um, for you on this one. I thought the flow of your second round was a lot better. You felt, you seemed way more comfortable. And of course, you have the shillelagh. You're Irish. Of course you are. I don't know. Just I don't know. I don't know. You said it in the promo, and it clicked in my head right now. Yeah, the Irish very powerful in professional wrestling, right, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, they started the luchador tradition, and
Well, the McMahons, right? I mean, the
yeah,
McMahons are the most powerful. So yeah, the Irish are powerful in professional wrestling. So you have a pedigree there. And Heidi, I love I think like people have already said, and the other critiques from the other days, you have your character really dialed in. I think there was just maybe like really now really breaking your character down or breaking your promo down. There were just a few times you were in the promo and your eyes would just kind of move slightly. That's gonna be my biggest critique of today. To just really, hey, fall into the character. If you are over time, someone's gonna be waving you. You're over fucking time, but otherwise, just fall into the character, deal with it, and then we'll deal with it in post. We'll take you to the back and say, hey, Heidi, you can't do that. You went over 30 seconds. You're messing it up for him, right? You take the scolding, and go, damn, okay, I'm never gonna let that happen again. But you'll at least have when you're filling that promo. I would not think about why were your eyes going away? Was it looking for time or anything like that? You're looking at
I
your or Joe?
I was kind of I was kind of trying to catch you in my periphery to see if there was like a hand up for like.
Ah, okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, I mean that was my biggest thing, but you really have your character dialed in. We actually witnessed. I don't know if anyone else saw it, but we saw you actually putting your eye makeup on right before the promo, getting into character. Right, you got the one glove, the other hand has the eye right there. I think that it's really dialed in. You don't lose your accent, which is huge, because that's not your real voice, right? Is it your real voice when you speak? Yeah, because you don't lose your accent. It's there. I fall into the character, and I think it's ready to go. I mean, it's pretty TV ready. The character really is, and so it's something to start thinking about. I was talking to one of my students the other day, Alec. When are you gonna submit some stuff into AEW? Always telling me I don't feel ready. And it always strikes me, you don't feel ready is something that I used to say for 12 years, and then after 12 years, I finally said I want to try to get extra work at WWE, and I did. Right, guys get extra work at a year in. 12 years in, I'm trying to get extra work, and I believe it's Jamie Noble's telling me, "Oh man, this needs work. This needs work. That needs work. This," and now my heart's broken because I felt I wasn't ready. So start thinking about putting your character out there, delivering. Don't let yourself cut you down and say I'm not ready. Let the promoter say you're not ready to be booked on my show. Don't throw yourself down and under, for that fact. Because I think that character is right where you need it. It's pretty dialed in. It's very entertaining. Hyde, what are or excuse me, Jose Alberto, what are some of your thoughts? I want to call you Jose Alberto because we have Aunt Heidi and I don't want it to be confused.
Okay. So for the Ural, when you started, you weren't looking at the camera. You need to be. If you're not looking at like the camera, you're not looking at the fans, and the fans aren't going to want to engage back with you. And your facials weren't matching what you were saying. You said something. You said something kind of dark, but you were like laughing about it. So like, I wish like you would have like really matched what you were saying. Um, but then at the second round and then the third round, you kind of had like Aunt Heidi like on the run, like you were just like nailing her back down. You had like the good comebacks. So I like that you were able to do that and play off what she was saying, which is what Bob was saying with the yes and which brings me to Auntie Heidi. In the beginning, it kind of looked like you got lost, but I like the fact that you put the, oh yes, you had the eye there. So you were using your surroundings and you knew like, oh, if I mess up, like you have these tricks that you can use. And your character is just like, it's on point. Your gimmick is on point. Your accent's on point. But in the promo, the first one, I didn't really understand what you were trying to do with Joe. Like, I didn't know if you were going to try to like wrestle him or you were going to try to like put fright into him. You just said, this is like pretty much me and I'm going to like bury, like pretty much like I'm going to kill you. But say like how, or like, yeah, you might not know me in the ring, but when it comes time to find out, like, you know, just let's do something with that. Just really explain what we're gonna probably be expecting, and that's all I gotta say about that.
I would say on this one, oh yeah, I'm not on mute. I would say on this one, Aunt Heidi takes it. What do you say, Heidi? Or Jose Alberto?
I was gonna say Joe until his facials weren't matching what he was saying. So if that was the case, I'd say Joe. But in this one, yes, Auntie Heidi.
I think that's what really threw you off, Joe, was the facial expressions. Remember, this is right. I know you've done the battles before, but right, this is pro wrestling, so we're selling it. Even try to sell the reaction, I think, is really important. Sell that you're offended maybe with what somebody's saying, right? And you want retribution on that. So I think, right. So when you're cutting these promos, work on those facial expressions, and then stay in the characters. I think I really caught it at the end when the smile was the biggest. So I think you can get away with it, but I think just stay in character all the way to the very end, all the way to the back, to the curtains closed.
You've been doing this, Joe. This is like your second or third round, so you need to really like, fix it, man. But you did good, though.
All right. Thank you. You too. I really appreciate it. We're actually going to jump to the other side of the bracket. And we are going to go Owen versus Justin. Owen versus Justin. Are you ready? Do I have both of my contenders here? I got Owen. I got Xander Craven. All right. Looks like we're good to go. Jose Alberto, who's starting?
Owen.
Owen is starting. All right. So I will count you down, Owen. And here we go in 3, 2.
Well, Justin. I actually thought we could be friends. But no, you were in on it. The conspiracy. And there's one thing I hate. It's being hunted. So tonight, we're gonna have a fight in that squared circle.
Fight, huh? How about you get my name right first? It's Xander Craven, punk. You want to string together all these crackpot theories? How about you string together this one? What exactly is it going to be when a man with a massive intellect, who's just a little bit on the crazy side, meets a man who is driven by pure instinct? I think I already know the outcome. You're done.
Well, excuse me, Xander, if I got a little confused, because I only know Justin. The little boy 18 years ago cracked his head on the fireplace. Oh, and Justin, I hear you have a little trouble holding on to a job. Well, I'll give you a real easy one. You lay down, so I won't have to break every single bone in your body. How's that sound?
I don't know how you know all of that, Owen. You're too dangerous to be left out on the streets. Somebody needs to put you back in the loony bin, and that's going to be me. You know what, Owen? You want to go digging through people's pasts? Let's talk about yours, huh? Let's talk about all that boozing and all the drugs that I do smacked up. You want to talk about my past ever again? You want to meet me in the ring? Let's go. I'm fine with that. Absolutely.
You ain't taking me back. You ain't taking me back, Xander. All right, that's it. We're going to be in that ring. It's going to be surrounded by fire, and one of us ain't leaving.
You know what? Forget the fight. Forget putting you back in the loony bin, Owen. I'm going to put you back where you belong. I'm going to put you back in the hospital bed, laid up with all those tubes inside of you, and that's going to be the end of the conversation.
Well, there's no backing out now, is there, Mr. Jenkins?
It's over for you, Owen. I'm putting you where you belong, and this time, you ain't getting out of bed.
Time. Man, I wish I say it right now. I wish I could send both of you to the next round. I wish I would send you both. We'll start with Owen. Owen. So I don't know. Maybe we're starting is a little tougher. I was like, I'm watching you, and this is what I'm always looking at. This is for everybody. I'm telling you now. I'm looking at your eyes and your facial expressions to start, right? And everyone says like, let's talk to Boogie or Brody or even Hyde, and they're saying, hey, why did you say this? Sometimes going into, I didn't really even understand what Ultimate Warrior was saying. I just looked at everything else beyond it. And that's the first thing I'm looking at. So looking at your eyes and your facial expression, you seemed a little off because I'm like, I've seen your character already. You threw the character right from the go before we even did promos, and it was like on point. You had your this crazy what's the character's name? Is it Owen? Is the character's name Owen?
It's Mr. Driftwood, so I didn't drop a name.
Okay, so Mr. Driftwood, and he is crazy and nuts. So you throw it to Xander, and Xander actually brings it, and he actually brings the emotions, tries to up the levels. He throws it back to you, and now all of a sudden, now Mr. Driftwood, who I first seen that first time you submitted a promo before we even started doing promos, I felt now he actually showed up to the show. And now you were on, you felt it because now someone threw it back to you, right? Playing that ball, throwing back and forth. Um, I thought it was great. I really got an understanding of your character. You're talking about we're gonna do this match. You're fire around the ring. I'm like, this guy is crazy. This guy is crazy and loony. I love now going to Xander. I loved the reaction. I love that he's talking about you need to keep a job, but I got a job for you where you can lay down. And I kind of really like that. I kind of like that it was breaking the kayfabe, but at the same time, for people that know, yeah, he's doing the job. For people that don't know, hey, you're still talking about an everyday 9 to 5 job, and I thought that was pretty clever. Which leads me to Xander reacting to it, and I thought your reaction to what he was saying was really good. To where you threw back something about him. Oh, the boozing and the drinking. And then I really felt it start building up. And then I said, let me ask, did you guys talk about this promo before we went live today? Okay, I thought so. Not that it's a bad thing. I just want to know, like, these guys are hitting every point. What's the catch to this? That's what Macho Man and Steamboat did at WrestleMania 3. Love Hill didn't like it, but I thought it worked out, and I thought the same way here. This worked out, and I thought it made for a fantastic matchup. Because the first thing that came to my mind was, I wish I could send you both through. Hyde, what did you think? Or excuse me, Jose Alberto Trebecca.
Well, right off the bat, for Owen, your promo, the beginning, it felt kind of short. It felt like you wanted to say more, but you cut yourself off. And if that happens, like, kind of have a finish to the promo, like, the slogan or whatever. Like, if you smell, like, find something like that, because it felt like you needed to say more. Justin, I understood your character. I felt you guys did really good feeding off each other. And now that you said that you guys were like planned it kind of ahead, I was like, fuck, man, these guys work really good together for not talking to each other. But then again, like, that's not a bad thing, because sometimes wrestlers in the indies say, hey, can I say this about you? And then, like, you could talk about it. So that was fine. But you guys worked well together. I believed your character, Owen. I'm like very curious to see how like you would be in the ring. Like, I could imagine everything. Like, hey, I'm gonna break all your bones so you can lay down in the ring. Like, I can see that. Like, you're not lying. I can't see a lie there. And I liked how you went in personal, because that kind of drove me in more to the promo. Like, oh shit, like, I already know how he feels about, you're like hitting him under the belt. But that's kind of what like wrestling like is, kind of bringing in the realness into it, and that's what I like. But it was still in gimmick form, so I really enjoyed it, and you guys just did really good together. So for this one,
Yeah, that's the question though.
I feel it'll probably have to be Justin for me, because if he brought in Owen's next level of his gimmick, then he was doing his job, because he was so serious when he was talking. I was like, oh shit, like Xander got Owen to like put himself up, you know.
I mean, I love Mr.
Both.
Driftwood. I love Mr. Driftwood's character. I think it's very dynamic. I think there's a lot of avenues that we can go down towards. And I like the facial expressions. If I had to judge it, I would say because of right off the bat, I felt that Mr. Driftwood was maybe a little off with his facial and his eyes. And then I felt that Xander had a great response when he talked about his job, and then I thought that he had a lot of emotion building up the gears, and I think I would have to agree with you and go with Xander, taking nothing away from Mr. Driftwood, because that was a fantastic battle. That was what we say. This one could be a main event anywhere, folks. But that was really great. So good job to both of you. Congratulations to Xander for going to the next round. That's what these promo battles are about. You start feeling them. Sometimes they start a little slower because how are we doing this? Which way are we going with it? And then we get there. So really good job from both of you there. We're going to stay on this side of the bracket, and now we are going to go. Is Lee here? Lee and Jamal is who we are looking for on here. Do we have Lee? It looks like it's going to be. We're gonna bring in the alternate. We're gonna bring in the alternate, so that's gonna make it a little bit harder for Jamal. But I think Jamal is cool as the other side of the pillow, so I don't think he's gonna have any problem with that. So it's gonna be what? Say your name again, Jose Alberto.
El primogenio Trebeca.
Primogenio Trebeca. All right. Jamal, I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want to start? Or do you want to go second?
I can start.
All right, he's gonna start. I'll go ahead and count you down. We have our alternate in here. If anyone else is missing Primo, you're gonna have to pull the alternate. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully you don't win this one and then go and try to face yourself down the line. All right, Jamal, here we go. I'm counting you down in 3, 2.
El primogenio Trebeca, a man I've watched wrestle, a man I've watched grow in the Santino brothers system. You've earned the respect of men twice your size in the ring. You've earned the respect of that crowd, but you've done that by being as wild and crazy as you possibly can. You see, me, I like structure, I like decency, I like order. That's what I'm about. And you were the golden child of Santino's. You were the one expected to come out of the top of his class until I showed up. There can only be one prince of Santino's, and Divine Toussaint will be that prince. I will lead this class and others down the path of righteousness for my name's sake, and you can't do anything about it.
First and foremost, preacher man. The name is El Primogenio Trebeca. Hyde is no more. I already know how hard it was to be Hyde. I mean, you said it yourself. I had the respect of the people that were 2 times bigger than me, but I did it by showing fear. And part of me was not really feeling the fear. I'm not a fearful man. I have anxiety. I have fear in me. I don't put the fear out there. Until I met you. You were scared of me because I was Hyde. Now, El Primogenio is all about saying the truth. And the truth is, I see the passion in you. I mean, you're a preacher, man. You're a man of God, and you do things the right way. But sometimes doing the right thing doesn't get you anywhere. And I realized that, and now I know that what I have to do is do everything dirty and anything I can to make sure that people like you that try to make it the right way don't, because I am not going to be down on my knees anymore. It is time for the Primogenio to rise up above you.
You think you see fear in me? I fear no evil. I walk through that valley of shadow. Walk through the valley, the shadow of death, and I fear no evil. Definitely not you. But you want to talk about truth. The truth is, all I know is the truth. All I speak is the truth. And all I'll show you is the truth. And that truth is, I'm coming for that spot. I don't care where you are. I don't care where I have to take that spot from you, but I'm coming for it. And you mentioned you don't want to go back down on your knees. Maybe you should one last time. And this time when you go on your knees, make sure you say a prayer and ask for forgiveness. Because God is merciful. And I'm not.
Well, now that you say that, I probably will get on my knees. And I'll say a prayer just for you to make sure that you get your ass up on both your knees, on both of your legs, on both your feet, that you're going to be able to walk yourself out back into the locker room and be able to carry your head up and not be disappointed at what El Primogenio Trebeca did to you. And you say you walk the valley of death or whatever, this and that. You ain't going to be walking a valley. You're going to be walking in my ring. That valley, that ring that you say is yours, holy man, that's the land of the promised land, my land. You're in my world now. I own you, man.
Time. All right. I thought a very good job from Divine Tucson, right? Being put on the spot, trying to. I try to give you the idea of who you're actually going up against. But with Lee not showing up, so now we went from two guys like Owen and Justin, right, going over what they're gonna work on to now. This is like really ad-libbed and on the fly. So you got both sides of the spectrum in professional wrestling, and that's what happens. I thought Jamal, you did a great job on handling that, going in there at the last minute's notice, and really building a story. I get it. You messed up a couple of the words or the sayings, right? I get it. You're nervous. Walk through the valley of shadow of death. I'm sure that's not a problem with you, Nell, in that line. I'm sure it's just in the moment right now. I thought definitely your second round had your most emotion come out. You had the most eyes and facial expressions that made me believe what you were saying. Throwing it over to my man Hyde, I want to say I think that until you actually stopped and we heard the chair moving and you stopped and I think you were searching for a word, and you were like, and you said it's the truth or something like that. And I think you were searching. You were like, damn, I got nothing. I could see because I've been there. I got nothing. All right, keep cool, get calmer. And when you got nothing, relax. All right, go slower. Right, when you got nothing, go slower. And I saw you do that exactly. And then once you calmed it down, that's where your promo started coming alive. I think that there's a little bit of a problem with when you say El Primogenio Trebeca, and then when you speak, you lose that accent. So I think you either got to pick which way you're going to go with it. I know that you're just saying the name, but it's almost really hardcore, right? When we're watching these commercials and then they go like, and they're saying some regular thing, and they say it with a huge accent, and you're saying, why are you saying it such with a huge accent? You were just talking to me normal. Right, they do that in those Hispanic or those Mexican commercials. Usually, Spectrum, I think, is the one that's doing it right now, and I think it just really throws me off on that. Um, but I thought Divine did a good job. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with Divine because of the accent switch. Is going to be the main issue. Divine, you got to get your lines down. Don't stumble over your words, right? Especially when they're going to be your key words. I wouldn't stumble on them, right? They are cliches, so everybody knows them. So you got to hit them hard. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Divine to go to the next round. Because I'm grading Hyde on a higher level and saying that accent switch, you should know better than that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, good job, Divine. Going to the next round, I thought the second round you had really brought that emotion up, and you actually started changing the gears, as opposed to just being that one level that you were on. So good job. And then I can have Hyde back on my side to critique.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right. So, okay, now we're jumping back over. We're jumping back over to the other side. The next two are going to be Lucas and Joshua, is who I have down here. Lucas and Joshua, are we both here? Let's make sure.
I started out.
Yeah, absolutely, Lucas. You can start it up. Lucas and Joshua, I will count down. All right, so here we go. Lucas in 3, 2.
Welcome, folks. Today we are joined live in the flesh by one of the best, the hot mess, the man keeping his dream alive every day, Joshua City. Join us now, will you? Oh, here you are. Yeah, ain't that right? You are a lover, not a fighter, with a bark quite stronger than your bite, and it makes you a dreamer, not a realist. But now you're dealing with the realist professional wrestler. And I will awaken you from those dreams and send you back to your day job. Because your mouth has brought you down another very dangerous street. And now you're staring down the barrel of a gun, locking eyes with the bullet named Lucas Martin. But the gun is in your hands, Josh. So why, just let me ask you, why would you pull that trigger?
You're on mute.
He's on mute.
I'm on mute.
You're on mute.
Now I'm not. Woo! Give me the gun and let me shoot. You got me all excited, Lucas. Man, you are a young gun ready to beat to his own darn drum. But let me tell you something. You're missing that experience that I have. I know my knees are a little shaky and my back is achy, but man, I've contracted from the vets around here something you don't have. The STD, stamina, tenacity, and dexterity. I've got what it takes. You can say I'm only talking the talking. I can't walk the walk, but I promise you, boy, I can do it far better than you ever can. I've been in the ring with some of the best around right now. Lance Archer, Keith Lee, Ember Moon, any of them. So please tell me how you're going to be better than what those vets have taught me.
You see, Josh, well, that's the thing. You've never stepped in the ring with a man like me. You've never stepped in the ring with the realist professional wrestler. You're stepping in the ring with these characters and these gimmicks. But what are you gonna do when I suplex you and snap your neck on that mat? What are you gonna do then, Josh?
You gonna snap my neck? You gonna snap it? You gonna go, huh? You gonna go, nah, you ain't gonna do that. I promise you that. Please, tell me the experience you got. Huh? Tell me who you've been in there with. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody. I will walk circles around you. Walk, I ain't even running. I could dance, I could skip. Because you ain't got that opportunity. You ain't got those chances before. You think you got it? Nah, not today, Lucas.
I was in grade 4, and the only man that showed up to the in-ring tryout. I was in a ring before you even gave up on your dream. You know, I was running those ropes while your knees were still buckling at your 9-to-5 day job. So when I send you back to it, you better pass me a Jack Daniels, because I only drink the realist.
Oh, boy.
Time. All right, good job from both of you. I thought that was really good. I like your cadence, Lucas. At first, I think I mentioned it. I said I don't know if I understand it. The more that I've been watching your promos, the more that I've been seeing how you interact. It's really starting to grow on me, and you keep saying the realist, and I have to agree with you. Like your character seems very real. It almost scares me, and I'm not even making a joke about that. Like you seem like, yeah, you're a little bit off. You're a little bit off. And I think that I don't know if that suspenders adds to it or not, but I think it actually does. And you keep saying the realist, and I thought it was really good promo, holding it together, really telling us who you are, telling us the story. Throwing it back to Josh. I love Josh. You were every bullet he did said the gun and a bullet. Every bullet he threw, you were catching them, putting him in your mouth, chewing him up, and throwing him back at him. And I thought that was a really good job uh, to uh, to be able to do that, to really listen. Because sometimes people go in and they say, "I know what I'm going to say," so they won't even react to what say Lucas would say, and then just say, "Well, this is what Joshua City was going to say from the get go." But I like the way you were actually just grabbing everything he was saying and throwing it right back. And reacting to it, and I thought it was a great job. The Joshua City character, I think, is on point. You have it tuned in. Um, Josh, that's an accent, right? Or is that your real voice?
That's my voice. It's my bartending voice. When I get going at the bar, it kind of
Okay.
jumps into this little all over the map voice. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was an accent because I thought that's the way you do sound, but that's what I wanted to ask you. Um, yeah, I like the sound of your voice. It's pretty unique. I like the idea in the promo. I don't know if it was, but it said you said my knees are a little shot. What was the line?
My knees are a little shaky and my back is achy.
It really just really brought me back to the Hard Times promo of Dusty Rhodes when he was like, "My honey's a little too big,
Yeah.
my belly's a little bit too big." I really did, but I thought it was very unique, and it wasn't like you didn't copy it at all. So I
I
thought
thought
that.
of that line, and then it was like, oh, that is kind of Dusty Rhodes. Well, we'll go with it anyways.
Yeah, so maybe it's the you said you're from Texas? Is that what it is?
I am.
Texas accent. Okay, that's
Oh,
what it is.
so you can hear my little draw
I
in there.
think yeah, I think that's what I'm listening to.
Oh,
So
okay.
I thought you guys both did a great job, and I thought it's really and this is a tough one to choose because I got two ends of the spectrum. I got Lucas Martin, who's really bringing and delivering the real in pro wrestling. And then I got Joshua City, who's bringing that larger than life character in professional wrestling. And right, they're right. We're different flavors of ice cream. There is no right or wrong. I like both of those. I like that real in wrestling. I like the character driven in wrestling. It's really tough for me to choose. I'm gonna let Hyde speak before I make my decision. Or excuse me, Jose.
So yeah, Joshua, I understand your gimmick. Like you said, the STD, that one got me.
That was a good one.
Oh man, like I just like those kind of puns. And I just liked how you had something to say for what he was saying. As for Lucas, your realism, I could feel it. I feel like you haven't fully tapped into it yet. But we got something to work with both of you. And I just liked it. So see for this one, yeah, this one. To go to the next round, I'd probably have to go with Lucas.
Lucas.
Mhm.
Lucas. Um, I think, man, when I seen this matchup when it was written down, I kind of actually did the matches for the most part from when you guys raised your hands yesterday, and when the order that came in. I think there's a little bit of change in there, but when I actually had this match written down, I thought, hands down, I thought Joshua City was gonna take it. Um, but I think Lucas Martin really surprised me. And I don't know if I'm want to lean that way because he's surprised me in his character. I don't know. I think that some of your promos before have just been very one gear, one level, and I think that you really brought the character. I think you hit it on most cylinders to what you've been trying to explain to us. But taking nothing away from Joshua City, man, he's like I feel like same thing as Grit. I can give Joshua City the mic and he can take care of 15 minutes for me, and I'll come back and be like, "Oh, yeah, I got more to say, Coach. We need to pull you out. Give him the hook already." So I feel like you totally have the gift of gab on that one. This one is really tough, and I think I would say, man, I would say Joshua City, and then so now we're going to take it to the people. and see what everybody thought and see what everybody thinks. So the way I'm gonna do it is here is I'm gonna since we need a tiebreaker, I'm going to go and see how many people we have here. A show of hands, virtual hands. Let's go virtual hands, so that way I'm just gonna make sure to really count them down. Virtual hands. Who picks Lucas Martin? How many virtual hands are on there? Let's see. Somebody give a thumbs up.
5 people. 1, 2, 3.
I got
4.
okay, yeah, I got 5. I got 5 for Lucas. Virtual hands. How about Joshua City? All right, wait, hold on. Let's everybody lower your hands first. All right, for Joshua City, hands up. Joshua City.
1, 2,
And that's
3.
it right there. I think he did it. 7-5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 5. All right, Joshua City is gonna go.
Tough one.
Taking nothing away, Lucas. He really got something
great.
there. For one, I didn't expect it. For two, when I made that line, I said, "Man, you actually kind of scared me." I think that to be true. Like it just seems real. Seems like you're one of those kids walking down the street, gonna fuck somebody up. You said you were bullied. Maybe it's just this time in wrestling, you're gonna be the bully in professional wrestling, right? In an acting sense. All right, so really good job, Lucas. I thought that was good. Great job, Joshua City. I like the lines, and yeah, I think Hyde put it out there, and he said the SCT line was really good. I think your lines were on point. I like the knees line, and I think that's probably from the people. That's probably what took it. Was that he had a little bit more of that gift of gab than Lucas did. But good job from both of you guys. Appreciate it. All right, so let me write this down. Joshua is going up next round. All right, we're gonna stay on the same side of the bracket. And it looks like we're going Phillip, Living Zed versus Jack. Phillip versus any preference on who wants to go first? Jack says he doesn't mind. All right, Hyde, pick it. Who's going first, my friend?
Phillip.
Phillip is going Living Zed, my friend. Living Zed's going first. Okay, here we go. Counting down Living Zed in 3, 2.
Jack Farmer. Now, I keep a close eye on Hollywood, and I don't remember seeing your face, which could be a bad thing. But in this instance, it's not. Because now we can start fresh. Start on the right foot. Because if not, it would be 1 foot in the grave for you. See, I like to give everyone a chance to show me who they are before I take them where they need to go. Because I am Living Zed, Lucius Vaughn Grimley, a fate beyond death.
Lucius, I don't hate you. I just don't like you at all. You see, I'm a professional wrestler. Professional. Now, you've created a bit of a buzz about who you are, painting these tapestries of violence, 1 foot in the grave. But this isn't trying to get us on the cover of some bum fight CD. No, this is a tournament for professional wrestling. And the problem that you find yourself in is that you drew the name Jack Farmer first. And I deserve better than having an early exit. So don't unpack your things. Don't get comfortable, because this is going to be your last match. But for me, this is just the first match from the tournament.
So you reckon yourself a pro wrestler? Well, I am a luchador, and lucha libre always defeats pro wrestling. And just as that's always the case, I'm going to be defeating you in that ring.
Oh, so you're a great luchador, and that's supposed to make me step back? Like I said, I'm a professional wrestler. I deal with it all. I'm better than the luchadors. I'm better than the catch wrestlers in Europe. I'm better than the strong style wrestlers in Japan. I'm better than everyone from Kathmandu to Timbuktu. And guess what? If I went to Mars, I'd be the best damn NASA rover out there, because when I roll out of bed, Lucius, I leapfrog every single goal and dream you've had your whole life. So when I started this tournament, I came in it to win it. And just because you're in my way doesn't mean I'm going to slow down a single bit.
Well, you might be a professional, but the only thing professional about you that I see is that tie. And that's a problem, because now you've given me something to hang you with, to hang you from your head as I take it off. Because you might not wear a mask like these other luchadors who I'm headhunting for, but that doesn't matter, because I still want your head.
Time. All right. Battling it up. All right, I'm gonna start with Living Zed. Living Zed, I want to see those gear changes. I want when Jack is talking, this is I'm a professional wrestler. I want it to offend you to the point of like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna take this anymore from this clean cut, guy named Jack Farmer sitting right there with everything sounding perfect. His teeth look perfect. His face is perfect. Well, you know what that tells me? It should get you a little bit pissed off where you say, I want to rearrange his nose. It should make you feel something, right? Changing those gears, I get it, right? If we're gonna be that Jake the Snake, he still changes those gears, right? If we're still gonna be that mellow with the intensity, bring that intensity, bring it up. We're battling back and forth. It seemed like you were just giving me the facts. Lucha Libre is better than pro wrestling, right? Like as if you were just quoting a fact, right? Tell me, I want to hear from you, like when you get mad. I can guarantee this, Phillip. I bet you if you get mad, whatever your prized possession is, and I go in there and I'm clumsy and I break it, right? You might be like, fucking coach, but still, it pisses me the fuck off. I want to see that realism in you. That real when somebody actually really, because we all get pissed off in life. We all feel really emotions. And I really want to bring that out from you. And I think that will help you out and help your character out in doing that. Moving to Jack, I thought you did a good job with current events. I thought you did a great job with the promo. Your enunciation, right? You're a great talker. Wanted to ask you actually when you were cutting the promo, who is your favorite wrestler?
Lance Storm was my favorite wrestler.
Lance Storm, geez, right? So like, yeah, he's pure technical, pure wrestler. Like, and you got all the character. So I definitely, I didn't expect that. But yeah, well, I was curious about it. But yeah, you hit everything well. Well spoken, telling a great story. I thought it was really good. Jose Alberto, Premio Genio, Rebecca, what did you think?
So right off the bat, Living Zed, like you kind of just had like one tone throughout the promo. The beginning of the promo, I was a little confused as to where you were heading until you said, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Until you said that 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot like whatever you said, and then I understood that. Oh, okay, he's dealing with he's like a death. He likes like death and stuff. So you're a dark luchador. So I got that. As for Jack Farmer, you were just really on point. Your gimmick, well, when you were doing your promo, you were kind of being all like, oh, like I'm all that, and I wanted to kind of see that, like, oh, you're gonna do that to me? Oh, please, come on, look at me. I wanted to kind of see that because that's what you were already showing us. But yours was solid, but for Living Zed, I just wanted to see better like facials, like your face was just like one, work on that. But both of you guys did good.
Yeah.
But
thank you.
Jack Farmer for this one.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree on that. Phillip, you need some work on that, on the gear changes, bringing up the emotion. Right, the gear changes are when you get hot. Right, you're sitting there. I'm sitting there quiet. Now I'm pissed off, and now you're getting a little bit louder. Right, you're changing the gear all of a sudden right in front. So I think that is really going to help you out. Facial expressions and eyes. Thank you, Phillip. Thank you, Jack. Jack's going to go on to the next round. Looks like it's going to be
Thanks, Jack.
Jack versus Joshua. All right, so now we're going to jump back to the other side of the bracket. It looks like we got Omar versus Hendrix. Are we both in the house here?
Hendrix.
Got Hendrix, and of course I've got Omar Ali. All right.
How does my sound? Do I sound clear? Is my internet connection okay? Can I do this?
It sounds okay, right? Yeah, sometimes we'll run into that to the internet dropping out, and it really will affect your promo. We will do our best. Like you didn't sound like you kind of were a little chopped, but didn't sound like you were dropping out. So I think we hopefully will be able to get through it. So let's go ahead and start with Hendrix then, and then we'll jump to Omar Ali. Everybody, both is off mute. Okay, here we go. I'll count you down in 3, 2.
All right. So now everyone's on my time, okay? Now it's my time for all of you to listen up. So, Omar, you might be really good at these promos and all that stuff, and I can feel the passion that's in your heart, that you really want this and you want to be good at it. But there's one thing that you're missing, and that's the actual wrestling part. You see, me, Hendrix, I've been in the ring, and I actually know what it takes to be a wrestler. And it's hard. And I don't think you have what it takes. You might be a great talker and all that crap, but I don't think you're actually a good wrestler. Because when you step in the ring with me, it's going to be up to me to carry your ass. I'm going to be the one who has to carry the team. And it's going to make me look great. I'm going to look like $1 million for doing so. But that's up to me. And that's my decision. And I think that, you know what? Why would I help you? Why don't I just let you fall? It's such a shame that your wrestling journey is going to end before it even gets to begin.
Hendrix, this is perfect. You don't have to help me because I came here to help you. Yeah, I was going to come out here originally and just be selfish, just talk about myself, talk about how great of a wrestler I actually am, talk about all my great qualities. But I wanted to switch it up today. I wanted to be in a giving mood. So what I did was I hit up everyone here in this class that you see here, everyone at Santino Brothers, and we all chipped in to get you the latest Verizon Fios high-speed internet package. Hendrix, it's got everything you need. 5G connection, man, everything you need. At any time, you will be able to tell us with any interruptions how great of a wrestler you are and everything about yourself, because you haven't really had the opportunity to do so. And in fact, they were installing it today. I'm happy to hear that it's working. Keep giving it another test run. Unmute yourself. Keep talking to the crowd.
Real cute. Really cute. Very cute for you to go so low. My internet, that's good. But why don't I keep talking about what we're all really here for? And that's actual wrestling. See, go ahead and talk about my internet and whatever. I can pay for that whenever I want. That's not what this is about. This is about us doing our promos, how much better we can be at wrestling. So I think I'd wake up if I was you. Don't get cute with the juvenile insults. I'm past that. I think we're all past that. Shit.
Well, now that we know your connection's working, we can finally cut the crap. Hendrix, I'm going to destroy your Pancho Villa looking self in our match. And I'm going to film it in high def. You're going to have to go to your local library to watch it because we actually didn't get you the internet package. Everyone here was too cheap. Sorry.
Time. All right. I am gonna. I thought Hendrix, you seem very comfortable talking. You seem very comfortable. And cutting the promo. I like the. I don't know if you got some kind of eccentric Andy Warhol thing going on right there. I think it adds to your character. It adds to the look. I found that you were very comfortable in speaking. Throwing it back to Omar. Omar, I'm gonna be honest. I expected you to throw out some of that slaying promo that you've been throwing at us, and it was there, and I actually liked. I said, okay, now I actually see. I think I see the real Omar, not pro wrestling promo Omar. And I said, okay, I think we see that. Now I actually was waiting for you to turn that gear up to the pro wrestling promo Omar that we've seen. So now we could see different levels of you. And I think that was been one of the things that you've been on one level. As soon as I thought you were about to turn it up, you kind of threw it back. You threw the ball back to him. And then there was like a pause, like, because you were like, tell us what the audience wants, or tell us what the audience wants to hear. I think you got to practice, work on a, this is my stamp to go home. And then when you came back on that second round, I thought, okay, now he's getting it. Now Omar's got it. He's gonna bring that. He's gonna turn that notch up again. And you are right there about to do it, and you threw the ball right back to him. And that's where we just ended. I expected a little bit more from you, right? Do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you're comfortable with, right? You gave us now the real that we've been asking, but now I thought now let's get that gear up because I think that's what it needed in this promo. Throwing it back to Hendrix, it seemed maybe too calm, too relaxed. But once again, I think that could be your character. I like the what you got going on there. Following it, I like the promo of Omar chopping him down. You chopped Hendrix down. I liked Hendrix. Okay, catching it. My internet, but you stood within your character. Well, what was the word he said? So that's cute. I think I stood with your character. That's cute for you to take a jab at my internet. And I thought it was good. I just expected a little bit more from Omar. I honestly thought you were gonna slay him, Omar. I really did. I thought you were gonna slay him. I thought you were just gonna take out that verbal sword and just give us what you've been giving that Omar. Talk to me, Omar. Tell me.
Didn't want to cross into that cliche category that we've been talking about. So that's why I wanted to mix it up today.
Remember we were saying that, right? Even though it is cliche, right? You're hitting everything perfect. I think the only thing now, I think maybe even better, the only thing you were missing was that gear change of being just a regular you, Omar, and then changing it up where, man, we see those eyebrows and we see your frown on your face and we see the eyes. I don't think you hit full stride in this promo. Jose Alberto, what did you think of these two?
So with Hendrix, did you prepare ahead of time for your promo?
I kind of did. I just knew I was going up against Omar, so I mean, a little bit, yeah. I like put together some notes on like what to say, but it always happens when like you write something down, but then when you're talking, it's like, oh shit, I forgot to say that. I forgot to say that. I meant to say it this way, but I mean, kind of, yeah. I kind of did both. Like, I went with the flow of it.
Just because I kind of noticed that you didn't really know what to kind of say. So just make sure that to have like bullet points then on what you want to come across. I felt like you weren't showing enough character. I don't know what you're going for. I mean, I like the outfit you have on right now, and you look like you're like scum, like you're above everyone. And if that's what you're going for, then show more of that. Just know what you want to say because it didn't really make sense. As for I like the start of it. Like this one was way different than the promos that you do. Like I am this and I am gonna be the best. Like this one, it seemed more you. And I thought you were gonna rip him Hendrix one, but then you were talking about the the internet, which is fine, but then bring it back to wrestling. You know, you were kind of just like talking smack to him, which is what a promo is, but also, you know, build him up, say like, yeah, you have been like wrestling, and you know, but like I'm a fast learner and I have the money to pay for the best wrestling, that I could learn stuff quicker than you or something like that, and make me get invested. Like I want to see you versus Hendrix, you know. For that case, since I felt like, I mean, for this one's kind of hard because like Hendrix, he seemed more calm, but Omar didn't really have like a point other than saying that he didn't have good internet.
Let's take it to the people. Let's take it to the people. All right, here we go. Virtual hands. Let's start with virtual hands for Hendrix. Virtual hands. Who chooses Hendrix?
1, 2, 3.
I got four. I got four. 4 for Hendrix. 5 for Hendrix. 6 for Hendrix. 6 for Hendrix. Going once. Going twice. All right. 6 for Hendrix. All right. Lower your hands, please. Lower your hands. Lower your hands. All right. And let's go. Omar. Omar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Omar, 7. 7 for Omar going once. Well, how it went back down to 6, but I think Grit put it back up. All right. All right, Omar is gonna go on. Edged them out by 1. Good job. Edged them out by 1. Good job from both of you. I liked how relaxed you were in that Hendrix, but I agree. Right, let's get some gears in there. Let's see a little bit more who our character is. And Omar, you are going to the next round. So now I would now add both of those. Get that Killer Slayer promo that you have in there. I think it really helps, especially with your facial expressions. Although they were there, they're really, really prominent when you're cutting those promos. So all right, congratulations. Thank you both. All right, last one of the first round. Looks like we got Alex versus Grit Gibson. We got them both. We got our both here. We both here. Is Alex here? He was here earlier. Oh, he's right there on top. All right, I didn't see you. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hi, Jose Alberto. Who's starting?
Coach.
Yes.
It's Hellman. I just wanted to make it aware that I had to forfeit my second round to Heidi. So, because I'm preoccupied, and I'm very sorry for that. It's out of my control.
Okay.
But I just wanted to let it know before I left the group. So,
All good, brother. All good.
Enjoy, everyone. All right, bye.
All right. Excuse me, Jose. Who's starting?
Keenan.
Keenan. Who? Who's that?
Oh, Grit
Gibson. All right. All right, Grit Gibson. Here we go. Counting you down in 3, 2.
Alexander the Outlaw Smith. Well, hey there, partner. Yeehaw, giddy up. Guess what? This badass bounty hunter is coming to collect. And you're the bounty. And you're wanted dead or alive, friend. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not doing this because I have any sort of beef with you. You know, I actually like you. I think you're a great guy. You know, you've got a good story. You know, you're fun. You're amazing. You know, I like your energy. But guess what? You got in the way of Grit Gibson. And I'm sort of steamrolling my way to the top to become a master of professional wrestling. I don't know if everyone has forgotten around here. But you, Alexander Smith, you are definitely not going to forget. Because at Fight Night 5, I'm going to put you down for good.
Grit Gibson. I think you have a lot of potential. I think you're a really funny dude. Your promos are hilarious. But you think you're going to take the outlaw out? You don't take outlaws out. Outlaws take you out.
Bounty hunters take out outlaws. That's what I said at the beginning. Alexander, come on. I need you to open your ears and listen to what I'm saying, man. I'm a bounty hunter who's going to take you out. All right. You can say all you want. You can, I'm going to take you out. I'm a cowboy. Yeehaw, yeehaw, partner. Don't mean Jack.
I guess we'll have to see in the ring.
Oh, yeah, we will. Because now this whole little affair, it runs on my time now. And it's time to get gritty.
I guess we'll be fighting in a barbed wire match. I like that.
Barbed wire shootout, who cares? Hell, I'll take you on shot for shot with whiskey. It doesn't matter. You get in the way of grit, you get put down.
We'll see.
All right. Time. Alex, I know you got more to say. I know you have more to say. I see it. You're doing this. You a little nervous?
Yeah.
Nervous? All right, that's all right. Hey, and I think this is a great matchup right here. You're like, man, right? We could easily put you with somebody else, but I think putting you with grit. Here's what happens. You get in the ring this is a ring talk. You get in the ring and Kid Cash from ECW eats your fucking lunch because you don't know a headlock from a wrist lock from a wristwatch, and you just know about running the ropes and wrestling. But once he eats your fucking lunch, I told myself I will never let that happen again. And that's why I wanted to put this matchup together. I feel that you got more to say. Just say it. Let it out. Be unapologetic in what you're going to say. You could have talked about, right, barbed wire match. You could have talked about a New Mexico bull rope match. What's a New Mexico bull rope? It's barbed wire. Like you could have brought me into the story. Your hat says rodeo time. You had some story that you could have went into. Have you ever done the lasso and catch the calves or anything like that?
I've done it a couple times, yeah.
Man, that's a promo right there. That could have been grit. You know what I mean? They tell us that story of how you're going to catch them and drag them. You know what I mean? But tell us that story, what you can do, what you have, right? Because we know Grit Gibson's got a lot of ammo. We know it. But I feel like you went in there and said, I'm going to lose. So, all right, I'm just going to go in there and say, I'm going to win. I'm going to beat Grit Gibson on this promo. I'm actually going to take it in there and I'm going to surprise everybody and deliver a promo that no one expected me to. And sometimes when you deliver a promo that no one expects you to because they already write you off as losing it, that's when you actually turn heads and people start paying attention. Then you can actually steal a win. And I think Lucas is almost did that today. He almost stole a win from Joshua City. When I'm looking at it on paper, I thought Joshua's gonna eat his lunch. That's it. But he gave him a run for his money. And I think you could have did the same thing. Just go out there and say it, right? Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Just go ahead and speak. If you get messed up, if you mess up your words and you stutter it and you don't get it right, that's what we're here for, right? We're not live right now, right? We're not at a show. Better to do it here. Better to mess up here in class than it is to mess up when we got our opportunity and our shot. Just say what you're going to say. I felt you had it in there. I thought you were going to come with a calm demeanor and say, right, because he's coming real loud at us, right? And I thought you were going to bring it back down. And talk to us, but you almost like he shut you down and you let us know he shut you down. Don't even like what did Heidi do? What did Jose Alberto Tribeca do? I knew in my head because I've done that. Oh, he's lost for a word right now and he's slowing everything down. And then he got the word and actually Jose stopped and he stopped moving his chair and he got his most comfortable. That was his most comfortable point of the promo. I thought that maybe that's what you should have done. Just relax a little bit, took your time, search for a word. Sometimes you could say a whole lot without saying anything at all. And right, so if we don't have much to say and you're like, man, Grit has got the gift of gab and I don't have much to say, then maybe we need to take our promo a little bit different. Bring that intensity, the facial expressions, the eyes, take that hat off. You know what I mean? Because actually after when we stopped, I said, oh, man, you got more to say, Alexander. You actually flipped the hat up. Then you flipped it down because you're like, I'm nervous. I'm going to kind of hide myself. right? You flipped that hat up when you said, okay, ooh, oh, I'm out of it. I feel a little bit more comfortable. Just relax. Just relax. And that's why I think you got Slade here today. Just go out there and man, go out there and mess up. Go out there and fail. But give me something better than nothing. Better than the 2 sentences, right? Give me something better than nothing.
Yes, sir.
Grit, I thought actually when you started off, it was a little slow for some reason. The second round you came in, third round you came in, you were hitting on all cylinders, facial expressions, eyes, leaning up into the camera. You got that grittiness in your voice, and because I think at first it sounded like you were throwing us a promo. Second and third round, you were reacting to what he was saying. You kind of realized, man, he's not throwing much at me. All right, let me start painting my own picture as I'm going. I'll go shot for shot with you, and really adding into it. And I thought that was really good. And I think you really hit your stride that second and third round, just because I think it was improvisation. The promo part of that was organic, right? Because we started off, what do we say? What do we say? But now that he actually threw something at you, and you can hear how nervous he is. So now I actually have some ammo to use against him right now. But I thought you did a great job, Grit. I want to say, so this is what I want to say is now give me a little bit more of the real. Like, so if Grit is up here all the way at the top, like I want to see those ebbs and flows. You do give him when Grit gets louder, but now I want to say tone down was this kind of what we told Omar, tone down the pro wrestler in him a little bit. I want to see more real of who the real person is. Still bring that grittiness out of who your character is, but give me more real. And I think we can connect better, especially in the beginning, until you have to lighten it up and bring your character. Jose?
So yeah, Grit, you did good. Know your gimmick, and you were like giving Alexander some ammo that he can use. That yeah, I have Grit. Like you were giving him yes ands. And as for Alexander, if you find yourself lost, like when I was lost, you saw me. I didn't know what to say. I relaxed and I remembered my training. I know I have to build up my opponent and then I have to bring them down and I have to say why I'm gonna win. And then I have to come with like a finish. So if you ever find yourself in that spot, just remember your training. Um, I wish you didn't cut yourself off because you said, I guess we're gonna see in the ring who's gonna win. Or you said, I guess we'll find out in the ring. And I was like, no, like on the second round. Just remember, like just what you said about that, you were a bull rider, right? Hey, that's fucking scary, man. That's some scary stuff. Like, I don't know anybody that can do that. Like you're probably you're probably the only person here that in this whole class that has done that. That's fucking grit. That's tough. So you have the fucking balls, so bring it out in here. You're just speaking,
That's
really
not bad, man, where you said that, Jose. That's
what?
grit. That's grit. Rodeo riding, that's grit. That's true grit. Oh man, now we're tying it together, right? Start thinking of these promos. It starts coming together. Even if you have to, Alexander, brainstorm it with somebody to help you out. I used to have my guy Ryan Katz would feed me some lines. Man, I got nothing to say. What should I end it with? And he would tell me, and I'm like, all right, I'll do that. But that was a great connection right there, Jose.
Well, that's what you just said. You said that's grit, the bull riding.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But for this one, I would have to go with grit. You're just,
on point.
Yeah.
On point. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Grit. And our last one was Omar. Now Omar won, right? Okay. Thank you, Grit. Thank you, Alexander. Really appreciate it. Keep working on that, Alexander. Don't give up on those promos, man. You need those promos. You want to break in the business just to be comfortable to talk to people as it is. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
keep working on that, sir. All right, so we ended our first round. We're probably gonna have to finish it, but we're gonna get as much as we can done. We'll probably have to finish it tomorrow, maybe the final rounds, 3 matches tomorrow. But let's see if we can get through the second round. Hellman pulled out, so we'll see how far we get. Maybe we'll have to do his match tomorrow. We'll see. If not, then I have I have Apostle Jason Green in here. Is he still in here? He is. So maybe if he's available, he'll take that spot against Aunt Heidi. So
Ooh, I need to practice, man.
yeah. So, all right. Okay. So here we go. We are going to go into this second round, and as a matter of fact, now, let's see. So Jason Green is probably not here, and I think you know what? Some of the better ones. I'd like to place somebody in there, so we'll see. You know, we're going to start backwards, and then Heidi, you're going to go last round of the second, last of the second round, and then we'll see what we could fit in. All right, so let's start with Joshua and Jack. Joshua and Jack on bracket, or is it block? Is it block A? Is that how they say it? I think this would be block A. Joshua and Jack. Let's have you guys go. Are you two ready?
Yep.
Jose, who's starting?
Joshua.
Awesome.
Hey, doesn't he look like Chaz? All right, here we go. Here we go. Counting it down in 3.
Wait, who's starting? Sorry, I didn't.
Who's starting, Jose?
Joshua.
Joshua is. All right, here we go. Starting counting it down in 3, 2.
Hello, my name is Jack Farmer, and I'm a bombastic spotlight stealing personality in the back who's ready to get in the ring and get his booty kicked by Joshua City. Jackety, Jack. Are you sure you're ready for this? Because there ain't no turning back. I know you can talk the talk, and you've got the connections to get you exactly where you are, which kind of jealous of that. But I'm going to tell you, I ain't to be taken lightly. I ain't no stepping stone for you. And I know I'm a hot mess, but man, I'm the best mess. So don't expect nothing less.
You know, Joshua City, you've taken this tournament by storm. And if I'm, with your flamboyant attitude, your big personality, the silly, goofy way you talk all the time, and if I'm being totally honest with you right now, Joshua, if this tournament was to find a new cartoon character for a kid's cereal box, I'd be very concerned right now. But it's not about being a cartoon character. It's not about rhyming. It's not about dressing silly. It's about pro wrestling. So you can take your gas station t-shirt, your Goodwill jacket, and the shoes you probably found on the body of a dead hobo because they're not going to help you today.
Oh. I'm glad you noticed. I did. I found it the other day. They're great. See, you see this and you think, like I said, you can take me lightly. You think I'm just over here chugging Coca-Colas and eating that cereal that I'm going to be on one day. Don't you even doubt it. But man, I'm in the ring training. I'm doing boxing. I'm working on my feet work. And you ain't going to know where I'm coming from. You over here acting like a Hollywood star. You're like my favorite actress. You know her? The American sweetheart, Sandra Bullock. A-class actress, B-class movies.
People like me, people who dress like me, don't lose to guys who are stuck in casual Friday. I know you've been trained by a bunch of people. I know you're working hard. People like me don't have to work hard. Because when all's said and done with my career, they're not going to be comparing me to the people that you've palled around with. They're not going to be comparing me even to guys like Ric Flair. They're going to be comparing my old stuff to my new stuff because I'm the only one that can compare to me. And I'm starting by showing the world in this tournament when I get through you. And just so you know, this is me looking past you.
Ooh, look past me, Daddy. I love it. See, I know you don't have to try. Man, Dave Marquez, he gave you your spot. Then you come in this class just in the middle of it, right? As we are all learning from the beginning. I've been there, but I still came back to get all the little bits again so that I know what I know. I know who I am, what I am, why I am, and where I am right now. But the thing is, do you really know what you're getting into, baby boy?
I deserve better than starting from the beginning. Something you're going to have to get real comfortable with is losing. And the way I can maybe help you with that is you can head on over to your Hallmark store, get one of those hang in there kitten posters, and every time you look at it, you can remember the time that you got to face off with someone who was so much better than you that I'm not even going to remember who you were.
I'm going to take that little Hallmark kitten poster. I'm going to wipe my butt with it. I'm going to send it to you and say, hey, bye-bye.
Time. Great job, both of you. Great job on that one. That was a great one. That was a great one.
It was fun.
That's what that's right. I seen you right after I seen Joshua's face. Had a big smile, right? Character, okay, and take character ends. His smile comes up, right? You're having fun. When you're having fun, man, it's just you're just hitting it on all cylinders. I thought it was really good. I thought Jack did a really great job on bringing that real. The gear changes, leaning into the camera, slowing and lowering his voice, staring right into the camera. I thought that was really, really good job. And I think it was maybe the third round or second round of Joshua. And I said, man, Jack is beating him because I think that it's all character from Joshua right now. I want to see some more real. Like, mix me that real in. Then that third round, you started hitting it. And I saw the real Joshua City, the real character, part of the real Josh, the real you. And you started hitting. I said, man, now Josh is hitting character and he's hitting giving me that realism in it. And I thought that was really good. I thought your facial expressions were really good. I thought Jack's lines were like really incredible. He had some ammo.
I was like looking at my book, like, what else can I throw at him?
Well, that's to be fair, Joshua, you're such a great character. It makes it like it's something to like kind of play on and act off of. So
I thought that was really good, John. This was really fun. One of the best ones today of the evening. Hyde or Jose Alberto, what are some of your thoughts?
I think they went back and forth good. Just little notes that I caught. Joshua City, when you were talking in your promo, really like feel what you're saying. You were feeling it, but there was a line where you said that I'm a mess. Like I wanted you to really like feel that, like put your character into it. Like, oh, I am a mess, but I am the best mess, or whatever the line was. Like really on those ones, make those stick out. Because that's what your character is, right?
Yeah.
I like the fact that you were bringing Jack Farmer's, what he was saying that, oh, you found their shoes on a hobo. Like, oh, what? I did find it this morning. How did you know? Like, I like that you were bringing that in and it's showing your character. So I like that. And Jack Farmer, I like the fact that you also, wait, what's it? I like the fact that, wait, what was it? I can't even read my writing, but you did good. You speak well. You don't seem like you were thinking of what to say. It was just flowing out of you good. And
Casual Friday line was pretty good.
It was the more natural it is, the better it is. And yours just feels natural that you're not thinking. Your facials were there. The volumes were there. I would have wanted to see a little more character because you have the realness down. Just in the character, I would have liked to have heard it with because I like your character when you feel like you're like kind of like scummish, like you're better than everyone. So when you're saying, yeah, I don't have to train, like really feel that, like I don't have to train, or something,
Oh yeah, but Jack is smug guy, right? Jack
yeah.
can be smug guy.
yeah.
So that was it, but really good from both of you guys. As for the next round,
yeah, who do you think next round, buddy?
I feel just that he was able to play off Jack Farmer so well. I like Joshua City because like a lot of people probably wouldn't be saying bringing back the shoe. Like that one kind of got me, and just bringing like, oh, I will be on the cereal box. Oh, I think that's what you said, that, oh, I will be on the cereal box. So I think Joshua City.
I thought both did great.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick one, I would pick Jack. So if that's the case, then we need to take it to the people. We got to take it to the people. All right. So let's get our virtual hands up here, and let's start with Joshua City. Who's got a virtual hand for Joshua City? Let me see the hand of the numbers, please. Got 4. I got 5. I got 5 going once. 5 going twice. All right, 5. Hands down, please. Hands down.
6.
You counted 6?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. Hands up again, guys.
Yeah, let's go Joshua City again. I don't know why I counted 5. I'm trying to rig the gimmick.
Stop that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5. I see 5. 5 still. Yeah.
4. No, look. Lucas, Sean. Oh, I see Sean twice. My bad.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. Let's go hands down. How about for everybody's hands down? All right, Jack. How about for Jack? Virtual hands for Jack, please. Got 6, 7. Looks like 7, 8. 8 to 5.
Yeah, brother.
8 to 5. Valiant effort, Joshua City. But Jack will be going to the next round. Good job on both of you. And I think Joshua, the biggest takeaway for this one is the character is great. By the third round, you brought the real. I think a little bit more of the real character of what you are, even if the character is outlandish. I thought that really helped you out. I think if delivering more of that will take your character farther and then more in depth. So good job from both of you. All right, let's go here. We went to one side of the bracket. Let's go back to the other side of the bracket. Let's go Xander versus Jamal. Are you two ready? Xander versus Jamal, or Xander versus Divine, excuse me. All right, here we go. Jose Alberto, who's starting out?
Divine.
Okay, so let's both of you go off of mute. All right. Starting with Divine, I'll count you down in 3, 2.
Xander Craven, a man that I've seen before. I recognize men like you because I once was a man like you. See, I didn't fit in very many places. I spent years of my life wasting my time in jobs that told me I wasn't good enough. Until I realized and I remembered I was much more than good enough. I was, and I am, divine. And now you walk around saying you're the hunter and you're after me. I'm not hard to find. I've been in this ring waiting for you for a long time, and I can't wait till you join me in there. I won't be hard. I'll be very hard to catch. Once you do find me, once you come looking for me hard enough, but I'm not running. You'll be running.
I'm going to be the one running, huh, Divine? Oh, finally, somebody gets the name Xander Craven right. At least you've got that quality. You know what, Divine? You can keep your divinity in your scripture in your back pocket, because I'm not here for that. The only creed that I live by, the only creed that doctrines what I do, is you either live through your instincts or you go extinct.
I've offered you a better way. I've offered you salvation. But you've chosen to go another way, and I can't blame you for that, brother. All you can do is go with what you've learned. All you can do is go with what you've seen. And so since you don't want to see this other way, we can do it your way. You can bring whatever pitchforks, bring whatever bow and arrow you have. Bring every tool at your disposal. All I need is these, because your salvation or destruction is in my hands.
Oh, see, you've been right before here. You and me, we're similar. I've been in the pews before, But you can see it. You know it just like I do, just like I did back then. I was the black sheep of the church, and I've ended up where I am now. See, I used to pray just like you, but when I needed somebody most, there were no footprints in the sand for me. So you go ahead and you pray all you want. You know, a matter of fact, you go ahead and you say a couple prayers. Say a prayer for yourself, for a speedy recovery for when I am done with you. But also say a prayer for me, because when I get to you in that ring, I'm going to do nothing but sin. I am going to unleash nothing but unholy wrath upon you, Toussaint.
I need no prayers. I've said all prayers that I needed to. I'm well beyond that point. But you were right that I should pray for you, because it's clear you lack the mental dexterity to pray for yourself. So I do pray for you. I pray for a speedy delivery of your soul into my hands, because I know without that prayer, it won't be quick. And I definitely know it won't be painful. But you're a man who knows what it's like to have blood on your hands, don't you? But I'll wipe your blood right off my hands and wash my hands of you and be done with you, because I am divine. And although God is merciful, I'm not.
Oh, you want to go ahead and talk about mercy, huh? You're not merciful. You have not seen me unleash my fury upon those that I hunt. You want to have religion backing you? You can do it. You can keep all of that. I have nothing but my own strength and my own power driving me. My own adrenaline is what keeps me moving. I don't need somebody else to tell me how to live my life or tell me how to exist, how to be. I will do what I please whenever I so choose, and I am not going to let anyone tell me how to live my life ever again.
You've lived.
Time. All right. All right, man. I think Xander, I think you hit your stride at the end. That last that last push at the end really helped you out in your promo. So I think that Jamal or Divine was really good. You had a lot of I liked your mannerisms, your facial expressions, you bringing the gears up and down. Um Let me ask you, Xander. You said something about footprints. Is that like the Bible or the Bible story, the walking with Jesus footprints in the sand?
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that
exact.
okay? I thought so. I thought that was really good, a really good line to use for Divine, because Divine is throwing down some wicked words in his promos, and I thought that was really good to counteract him on that. I got to be honest, Divine. I kept waiting for you to end that promo by just throwing your towel onto the camera, like dropping the mic. I thought it was gonna happen on the first round. I thought maybe it's gonna happen on this round. And that'd be a good way to I'm done. Like I'm walking away, right? I thought you guys did a really good job on both. But I think Xander, you really hit your stride at the final 30 seconds. I thought you started bringing it out of like who you are and what you Xander Craven the Warrior. I gotta be on it, right? The headphones are part of the character, right? Is that correct?
The headphones are high. I hear everybody, but I don't. If I put them down, I won't be able to hear anything.
Okay. I did not know. Okay, that helps me out a little bit more to go towards the Xander Craven. Is it the Warrior, the Gladiator? What's the moniker?
Hunter.
The Hunter. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. So I wanted to see if they were going to be a hunter with the headphones, if that was part of your gimmick. Okay. So now that makes sense to me a little bit more. Jose, what did you think of these two on their promo?
It was good. I felt like their third round when they went 1, 2, 3. I felt that's where I got the most out of both of them, because I heard a little bit more volume changes in Divine. I felt a little bit more like realism, and what you say is good. What you need to work on is just like the volumes. I think you're like a soft-spoken guy and you're just being yourself. But it's pro wrestling. You need to add a little bit more. Like there were some lines where I felt like you can show more emotion and more anger, like to show that you're a fighter, you know. I did like the line that you said that you were gonna wash your hands with his blood, because it's like, wait, I thought you were a preacher man, but you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. So it's like, okay, man, this could get like bloody. As for Xander, I thought you showed your most like realism and like gimmick in the third round. Like I believed everything you were saying. The first 2 rounds, I thought you were just like doing a promo, but the third one, it was like, I don't know what else to say. I need to speak from the heart. So I really felt it. And like you were kept talking and talking, and it wasn't like bullshit. It made sense. And I was like, shit, like I was starting to listen more. So I liked your guys' promos.
I agree there. I felt that last, was it 30, 40 seconds or so from Xander? Like that's where he started. Like you're right. He had nothing more to say, so he had to bring it here and here. You know?
Bold.
Yeah, no, Primo, you called it right on the head. For kind of those first 2 rounds, I kind of had planned out what I was going to say, but in the third one, I was like, oh, I've got nothing. And I just went with it.
Yeah.
So I think we both agree, and probably maybe other people do also, is that when you had nothing else to say and it had to come from the heart, that was your best promo. That was your best. You know, you're gonna fall flat sometimes. You're gonna fall on your face sometimes, but right, you have to fail in order to find the learning blocks to success. So the failure is okay. You know, um, Jose, who did you think is going on to the next round?
I'd have to say Xander.
I knew you were gonna say Xander because I already had it in my head written down right here. I said Divine. So I said Divine. I felt that Divine gave me more real. He gave me the gear changes. I liked what he was talking about. I liked how cool and calm he was. So that means we got to take it to the people on this one. So let's get this, and then we're probably gonna go about 5 minutes over. I've made a decision. We're gonna do Omar versus Grit, and then we're gonna hold Aunt Heidi and Hellman until tomorrow, and then we're gonna finish up the tournament tomorrow with Jake Atlas here, and then make sure to have your Q&A questions for Jake Atlas tomorrow also. So we'll do that. And tomorrow will be our last day also. So, all right. So let's see here. Let me see the virtual hands for Xander, please. Who picked Xander? Quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
I got 10. I got 10 for Xander. I think that might be a wrap right there. All right, hands down. Hands down. Hands down. And let's see. Everybody's down. How about Divine Toussaint? 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like that's it. I think that's everybody in the class, 10-4 in that. Great job from both. Keep delivering. I think I got to be honest, Xander, I think that last 30 seconds is what put you over.
Yep.
Give us more of that in order to really solidify the contest next time. And I think that's, speaking from that heart, is really what helped you out. Taking nothing away from Jamal or Divine Toussaint, I thought it was really good. I think we got a lot to work with on that character. I definitely can see that character doing something. I like the real in it. I thought it was really good. So keep working on it. Keep getting that. Keep saying it. I thought it was a lot better than your last one. Even though the last one you went to the second round still. So good job on that. All right, we're gonna go for the last one for today before we end the class, and then we'll give Hellman a chance to claim his mark against Aunt Heidi. So Omar versus Grit. Jose, who is going first, my friend?
This time, Omar.
Omar is going first. All right, I'm going to count you down. Omar, and 3, 2.
Grit, it's time to get gritty. The only thing it's time for is you to chug a tub of lotion because you have the ashiest voice I have ever heard. Seriously, grandmas who have been chain smoking for 80 years have clearer voices than you. Just try this with me, Grit. Just a little, just clear your throat. It's really easy. No? Then suit yourself. You could keep sounding like a revving chainsaw all you want, but here's my real problem with you, all right? I've been watching your videos, and it looks like someone's holding the camera for you. I don't know if it's your mama, it's your daddy, or you strapped it to the head of your dog. All I know is I expected someone of your caliber to not need any help, to not need any support. You don't need an assistant. You see my videos, I do them all on my own, just like I am in the ring. I do everything all on my own. And I hope it isn't any reflection of what you're going to do in the ring. And one final point, Britt, to me,
please go ahead.
Really about you is how you dare to wear those god-awful shirts. All the power to you.
God-awful shirts. I'm not wearing a shirt, dork. You know, I'm very proud of my chest, first of all. Thank you very much. All right. And, you know, I have someone hold the camera for me. That's A-okay. You know what, Omar? It's okay to have friends. I've got friends, unlike you. Okay? I've got people watching my back. All right? You want me to clear my voice? How does this sound? When we meet in the ring, I'm going to kick your ass. Is that clear enough for you? Is that clear enough for you? Huh? Because here's the thing. You can spout about my clothing, about my ashy voice, about how I've got someone holding the camera for me, all you want. But at the end of the day, facts are facts. And I am going to beat you when we face off. Do you have anything to say to me?
Shut up.
Shut
This
up.
happens when a wrestler lets a little experience get to their head. I get it. You've had some success. You've won a few matches. You deserve to have a little confidence. But I've seen your matches lately. You've become complacent and comfortable. You think our match is going to be a walkthrough?
It's not going to be a walkthrough. You know what? I will give you that because, Omar, you've got fire. You've got passion. You've got desire. But guess what, Omar? Every fire gets put out. Call me the extinguisher because you are going to get put out and put down when we face off in the ring.
Grit, all the idle threats you've been making, I haven't heard once what you've actually done at Santino Brothers. Please tell me. I'm listening.
You want to hear what I've done? Oh, I put down Coach Chaos. How about that? He got body in his corner. I put body down too. All right? Sean Singh, put him in the ground. And guess what, Omar? You are the next one on the list. I got a list right here, and you're on it, Jack.
Is that it? All right. So now I have one final simple yet important question for you.
Ask away, buddy.
Cares? Nobody cares, Grit, except apparently you, because we understand that accomplishments actually don't matter. They just get you to the match. They don't actually win it.
About my accomplishments or not? You asked about them, buddy. I'm willing to give them to you. I told you what I'm going to do to you. What do you want, Omar? That's your problem. You have no direction. All right? And that is why I'm going to embarrass you. Plain and simple. That is my fact. That is my truth. That is my real.
Great, you will never outwork me. You just don't understand it. You will never outwork me. In life, in the ring, in the gym. You will
Tell me why. Tell me why, Omar Ali.
Why? Because your voice has nothing to do with my work ethic. Your face has nothing to do with my work ethic. Your grit has nothing to do with my work ethic. You are
why do you bring them up?
It's 150% every day. So Grit, when you show up, I want you to dig deep. I want you to find that 150% and match me.
Time. Really good job from both of you guys.
Good job, Grit.
I looked at the time. We didn't hit our stride about 2 minutes and 30 seconds into it. I think that's when both of you started feeling very comfortable. Grit, I thought, really started hitting that home run when you stood up. You I don't know, you threw your book at the camera and the camera moved. Your facial expressions, your eyes. I thought it was really good. I think you started talking about your voice and you kind of threw it at us, threw some singing at us. I thought that was really good. I felt Omar, that final push was, I think that's what we've been looking for. Because we're used to seeing your promos. I think now you went totally the opposite and gave us too much of the real Omar, not enough of the character. And I think in that last, 30 seconds or so, you really, as soon as you said, who cares? I don't know if I like that line per se, but as soon as you said that, that's when, man, I think you started feeling it and you started talking like the Jersey guy again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I really feel that that's when it finally hit. but that wasn't until about 4 minutes into that promo. By that time, I think Grit had already hit his stride about his second, definitely third round. He was already hitting his stride. I think he was already standing up, throwing the book at the camera, and really hitting it. And I thought that was a really good job. But I think that last 30 seconds of Omar, that was your best part of that promo. I wanted to see a little bit more of that through the entire promo. Jose, what did you think of these two?
I think they did good. I think the promo started to pick up when Omar said, "All right, I have a list. Say all your accomplishments." And then he was saying, "Oh, okay, I'm Santino Bros. I did this, I did this, I did this." And that was kind of like Grit's like comeback to the whole like promo or like a match. And then it was time for you to respond, and it took you a while to come back with something, but I was like in it. I was like, bro, if he was asking me, what do you want? Man, I want to beat you up because you keep talking over me. You have this high voice in you. And just say something along those lines.
I don't even remember the order of what we were saying. I gotta watch. I'm saying I don't even remember the order of what we were saying. I gotta watch that back.
I mean, but it was good if it was like it's off the fly, so it was good. I was entertained, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I liked it. I just wish he said his comeback with the listing, and then I wanted you to say something back. Like he got you on the list, so like it's like you know what I want. I just want to fight you. Like I want to beat you up. This is for championship. This is for gold. I don't think you have that gold in your mindset. You just want to embarrass me. I'm gonna beat you. Something like that. Like I was getting pissed off. I was like, this motherfucker. But
I thought it was a good job. I think on this one, I would pick Grit. I thought he
Yeah.
held the entire promo. I think maybe your first round, Grit, of turning that switch on. Right, it's kind of hard going in dry on the next round. But by the second, third, I don't know if we got to the fourth round for you, but you were hitting it on all strides, bringing those gears up, down, eyes leaning into it, thrown to the camera. All that really helped out. And I think what Hyde said was a really good job, right? I took on Coach Chaos, even his backup Halston body. You didn't even have to say Halston. You said body, and I knew exactly what you're talking about. Omar, that last 30 seconds, give me more of that mixed with that real Omar, and I think we have a winning formula for you to really hit it, because I think it was really good to see that passion at the last 30 seconds. I just think we need a little bit more of that from you in your promo. So therefore, I would have to go with Grit. Jose?
Yeah, Grit too.
Going with Grit.
Mhm.
But yeah, really good job from both of you. I liked it. Like I said, it started off a little slow, but really brought it home strong. I thought it was a good one to end on for tonight. So what we're gonna do tomorrow, we're gonna go into Xander versus Grit. I guess in the semifinal. And then it's gonna be Jack versus the winner of Aunt Heidi and Hellman Rose Crown. And then we'll go to the actual finals, and then we'll end the class. We'll do a Q&A. So make sure to have your questions for Jake Atlas, who started at Santino Brothers and who's at NXT right now. I think it would really help you out. And then that'll be the final class, and I'll give you some information. I'll actually have you join a Santino Brothers official group, where if there's any updates, it'll come there first. At least in writing, because you guys actually get all the updates first because they're talking to me. So, all right, guys, really good job on today's promos. So for those that have promos tomorrow, prepare them. And Jack, you guys prepare for either Aunt Heidi and or Hellman going into it, and then we'll go into the finals and then finish it off with the Q&A, and then finish off the class. Things are looking okay. I think I don't know what people agree, but Texas taking off their mask. I don't know if I agree with it, but I feel like, well, if that's the case, does that mean that California is going to maybe open a little bit more? Because I think they're already saying in Downey, where I live, the elementary schools are going to start the end of March. With that being available, then I think that we'll have the opportunity to right. I told you about that. We're setting up the ring, but it'll be for the alumni. But if everything can open up, then we'll have the opportunity to at least open up for wrestling classes. Because I know at the end of the day, right, with this the online class is great and all, but we want to get in the ring. We want to get in the ring. So I know that everybody's waiting on that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Johnson & Johnson's working on a vaccine that's going to have one shot. So I don't know if that's better or not. But things are starting to look
already approved.
okay. It's already approved. Yeah. So hopefully it starts getting out there. I think it's going to be a lot better. I guess the goal is that I'm just looking to see if we can open up publicly without the city running down my throat saying, what are you doing? And trying to shut us down. We don't want any false starts. So that's kind of the update on that, but we'll talk about more about that tomorrow. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody staying 10 minutes over class. Let's everybody bring it in. Santino's on 3. Santino's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Santino. All right, good job, everybody, on the promos. I hope you had a good time on that. That seems to be my favorite class of the online is the promos.
Right.
And I think it really helps everybody out on being able to concentrate on that and do it and ad lib also. All right,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night,
Thank you guys so much.
Good
Everybody,
night,
great
guys. Thank
job.
you.
That was fucking great.
Coach,
Appreciate you all. Thank you.
Have a good
Coach,
night.
I'm gonna
Yes, Joe.
I'm gonna turn in one more promo because I need to get one right.
Okay.
No.
Hey, you are definitely on your way. Turn it in, and honestly, we might have the time tomorrow if you want to do it live, because I always like to hear it and see it live. Because I I think a lot of it today, people had their first and second round promos, right? I think at least my favorite were the third and fourth rounds, the stuff where they ran out of ammo and now they had to just bring it from the heart and just speak it. So that's why I want to give you an opportunity. Turn that promo in. I'll definitely will review it, but I want to give you the opportunity to do it live tomorrow because I want to get that real. The magic sometimes happens when you're just in that ring and you just have to ad lib. So that's what I want to pull out of you is pull out that magic that I know that's in you. So yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, Joe.
Definitely.
All right. All right, everybody have a good night.
Night, everyone.
Take care.
Okay,
See you tomorrow.
The 100 questions in the group.
Oh, yes, please post that. I think that's really going to help everybody out. So if you post that, I think that'll be a great idea.
Maybe I can post the storybook as well.
Yes. Oh, please. Yeah, if you're willing to. I loved it. You're talking about your storybook, the Anne Heidi. Oh, yeah. Heck yes. I think that is a great merch idea. And you'd probably be one of the only ones with a storybook on your merch, right? Everyone's got T-shirts and bracelets or whatever and sunglasses. Who's got a storybook? I think that's a great piece of merch. So yeah, keep moving forward, and yeah, you got Hellman tomorrow. So get ready, Kristen. Take care. Bye. Take care.
Was everything good?
Yeah, everything good with you, Jason?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was good.
Good. Yeah, we got the wood in. I got to go back and get one more piece of wood because we switched our wood out. I guess 16. It's when they say it's 12 inches by 2 inches, it's actually 11 and a half inches for some reason. I have no clue. So I ordered 16. I'm still short. So I got one more piece of wood to come in. I got to change the lights, move them out of the way so we don't suplex each other and break them. And then